Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to my elders and my apostles of Great Millstone. They're doing well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, the elected one-third. Shalom. This is Brother Dawadah. Come back at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai. And today I want to do a video entitled, or one of the titles that came to mind was What You Want. And we're going to get into this topic and out on our desire to be edifying to the Lord's elect. Now, I want to go into a few chapters in the book of Isaiah, or rather a few verses in Isaiah 60 and 61, going in on the kingdom, because that's something that brings us much comfort. Because as much as this in this world, we haven't gotten our just due, so to speak. The Israelites, they've always received the short end of the stick for the most part. Especially after we fell, after 70 AD, after that, it was basically been total hell for us, and even before that, because the Romans, they were putting hell on us. So we've caught a lot of hell, There's a scripture that says, for under the whole heaven has not been done as what have been done unto Jerusalem, I believe it says, Let's see if I can find that. Yeah. Daniel 9 and verse 12. And he have confirmed his words which he spake against us, thus Israelites, and against our judges that ruled us, by bringing upon us a great evil. What is that great evil? The curses. Great example of slavery. That was a great evil. We got effed up. We got effed up. And you got these coons that still believe, oh well, yeah, everything's all right now. This place ain't your kingdom. Are you out your mind? Well, that's the problem with you. You are out of your mind. That's why you see them as bugged out as they are. The Lord has brought upon us a great evil because of our wickedness. You jakes, you think this place is your kingdom. You think this is your society. You think this is your resting place. You love America. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Yeah, look all this hell that we've caused. Ain't no other nation went through these different things that we went through. Ain't no other nation went through that. You jakes, you think this is as far as it goes. This is the last stop on the train for you. You think smoking weed and twisting up your Shiva Jatas that's it. You think, going out and clubbing and, being the biggest, 304 in the zip code. You think that's your life. It's more to life than this madness that's about you. It's more to life than getting a nice car, getting yourself a Charger or a Challenger. It's more to life than that. Have a regal mindset about yourself. You're the Lord's chosen people. Look at the state that you're in. And yet you refuse to return. There's no wrong with you, Jakes. Let's go to Lamentation. Lamentations, the 4th chapter and the 1st verse. How is the gold become dim? The gold is you, Jakes. How the hell you become dim? This is Jeremiah speaking. How is the most fine gold changed? That's the Israelite man. The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? In other words, Jeremiah is saying, what the hell did happen? You went from riches to rags. You went from superiority to degeneracy. He like, what the hell didn't happen here? That's what he's saying. And it's gotten so bad. Verse 3, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. Yeah, look at how they treat their children, especially the so-called black women. Oh, man. Now, ostrich in the wilderness, you know what an ostrich would do? An ostrich would lay an egg, plant it, or rather dig a hole with his feet. I believe he uses his feet to dig the hole. Then he'll put his eggs in there and then cover it up with the sand. Then you know what that ostrich will do? It'll forget where it planted this, where it buried its eggs. Then it'll walk around, and in its foolishness, in its stupidity, it'll crush its young. You see, and that's how the so-called black woman treats their children, with no regard. You know, you see them getting all types of abortions and cussing out their children. You know, in the stores, they'll be in front, and they'll be in front, you know, pushing the cart, and they'll have a 3-year-old that's like three aisles away. You know, and you'll look at it like, what is wrong with you? You see, so this is that great fall that befell our people, because we went from nobility to straight degeneracy. So, you know, Jeremiah's like, what the hell didn't happen here? You know? So go from there. Yeah, you Jakes, you love it here. You think this is your society. And here it is, Lord, he's put all this hell on you so you could get right, but you don't want to get right. You want to keep committing adultery. You want to keep, twisting up your Shiva Jatas. You want to keep on keeping on. You want to keep on this society. You know? It's more to life than playing 2K. It's more to life than getting your Chargers or your Challengers. It's more to life than clubbing. It's more to life than indulging in the pleasures of this world, the false pleasures at that. Because none of these, you know why people are so heavy into, going out every weekend? That's because they live miserable lives. So they try to find a way for themselves to escape. But you ain't going to escape out of here. Because America is your prison. It's the same prison that you're going to find yourselves in the souls in after the Lord rocks this place. Isaiah 1:3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. The ox and the ass are two dumb animals. He's comparing that to you, Jace. Because why? Because you people, the majority of Jake is sottish, meaning stupid. Here it is, the ox, he knows whom his owner is. And the ass, which is a donkey, he knows his master's crib, which is his house. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Even when you tell it to him, Jake still don't want to consider it. So here it is, you're supposed to know who your owner is. Who is our owner? Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. What is our master's crib? The land of Israel. You believe your master's crib is Africa. That's how effed up Jake is. It's so bad. You got Jakes that believe America. That's their land. They believe America is where it's at. Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, sin upon sin, a seed of evildoers. Yeah, you went from being a seed that Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai has planted to be a noble vine to fall into a seed of evildoers. So you see them in their gangs and such. You know, every Jake got a gun. Every Jake gotta be a gangbanger. Every Jake gotta steal. Every Jake gotta swear. Every Jake gotta commit adultery. Because you've went from nobility to being a seed of evildoers. Children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore? In other words, why should Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai is asking this? Why should I put more hell on you? You will revolt more and more. They're even revolting to this very day, revolting against this truth. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. See? So this is Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai being pissed off at Jake. You know? And only the elect is going to rise out of this state. Only the elect. You know, as for the others, they're going to remain in this degenerative state until they're destroyed. You know? So America definitely ain't where it's at. Our rest comes in the kingdom of heaven. And boy, that kingdom is going to be on point. You know? Let's jump from there to the book of Hebrews 4 and 9. There remaineth therefore a rest of the people of the Most High. America ain't your rest. Micah 2:10. See? Your rest is going to come in the kingdom of heaven. That's when you're going to be good. That's when you're going to be good. And it's going to be a blessing I having to see no more Jakes with Shiva Jatas in the kingdom. You ain't going to have to suffer to see that. You ain't going to have to suffer to see our women scantily clad anymore. You ain't going to have to suffer to see another Israelite having to work. You're not going to see that anymore. You're going to be good. You're going to be pampered in the kingdom of heaven. You know? And you ain't going to have to see Jake that's out of their minds anymore. Jeremiah 30:1 says, the word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, saying, thus speaketh Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, power of Israel, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book, which he did. Hey, we're reading it now. For lo, meaning look, the days come, which are coming swiftly into that time, saith Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, all 12 tribes. Saith Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. So he's going to deliver us. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers. That's the land of Israel. And they shall possess it. Yeah, we're going to possess it, because right now we ain't in possession of that land. You have the so-called Arabs fighting against the gutter rats fighting over that land, which none of them owned it. None of them own it. You know? So the Lord said he will make Jerusalem a burdensome stone. Why is it a burdensome stone? Because the true inhabitants ain't there. So you got the so-called Arabs and the gutter rats, they're fighting over it as if it's theirs, but it doesn't belong to either of you. Now let's hop down. This is where your rest comes, you know, right here, verse 10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar. Yeah, because we're not in our land. You know, we're scattered all throughout the earth, even so far as being in the west, in the Americas, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest. That's in the kingdom. And be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Why? Because you're going to be in your rest. You ain't going to have to worry about hearing no gunshots at 4 a.m. Pop, pop, pop. I used to hear that when I was growing up. You know, hearing gunshots across the street. Pop, 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 pop. You know, you waking up. You know, I remember that. I used to, you know, I'd be upstairs and I'll look at, you know, through the window, you know, peek through the curtains of the window and look down and see what the hell is going on, you know, down the street. You know, it would be cop cars and, you know, big old clusters of Jakes, you know, arguing and yelling and screaming and such. You know, they come to find out a week later, someone knocks on your door, oh, so-and-so's dead. You know, so-and-so from across the street is dead. You know, that ain't living, man. This place ain't it. So I marvel. I see Jake. They think that this is their land. They think that this is it. You know, they think that this is the end all be all. And you like, wow. And you know why? That's because Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai has chosen their delusions. You know, but we're waiting for Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai to deliver us. That's what it's all about. Let's jump from there back to Isaiah 60. This is what we're waiting for. This is where it's at right here. You know, because this kingdom is through. Man, I hate this place. I say that almost every day. You know, how much more for the apostles who've been in this for over 30 plus years? You know how much they can't stand this place? Isaiah 60, you can only imagine. In verse 5, then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea, that's the riches, the wealth of these nations, shall be converted unto thee, unto your Israelites. It's going to be yours. No more living as, you know, living in a, you know, 2-bedroom apartment. No more. The hell? We ain't going to be living in no apartments in the kingdom. You're going to have palaces, mansions, you know. And notice I said you are going to have palaces, mansions, plural. Meaning you're going to have more than one mansion. You're going to have more than one palace. See? You're going to be balling. Balling. You know? You ain't going to have to worry about, oh, man, my neighbor upstairs is being too loud. What? You're going to have your own land. You know? Just imagine Yahushua saying, this island right here, that's yours. You take that. Or the Lord telling you, all right, this galaxy, that's yours. You take that. Or this planet right here, you know, that's yours. You rule over that. How do you even fathom that? You know, here it is, Jake struggling enough just rolling over their 2-bedroom apartment. You know, Jake wondering, damn, how am I supposed to rule this family in this, you know? How much more for Lord if the Lord give you authority over a planet? What do you even do with that? The Lord said in my father's house are many mansions. You know, how do you wrap your head around that? Many planets. You know, who knows? Who even? We'll see in the kingdom what's on those other planets. You know, Scripture says, "Thy Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." Roughly paraphrase. Because the abundance of the sheep shall be converted unto thee, the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles, meaning their riches, is going to come unto you, you Jakes. Because there it is, and for too long they've seen you as being nothing but niggas, spics, savages, tontos, wetbags, and such. They ain't going to see you like that in the kingdom. Isaiah 61:5. And strangers, that's the heathen, shall stand and feed your flocks. Because you're going to have flocks in the kingdom. You're going to have cattle. You're going to have flocks of sheep. You're going to have animals that they're going to feed. And the sons of the alien, that's these nations, shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. So in order for you to have plowmen and vine dressers, you gotta have land. You're going to have land. You know, everyone remembers, or for a lot of us, your mom, she would have her own little garden, or she would have, some plants that she would plant, like she would plant some seeds in a bucket that she filled with soil. You know, that's what you're gonna see in the kingdom. But you're gonna have heathen doing that for you. You know, and your vine dressers. You know, let's look that up. Let's look. What is a vine dresser? Vine dresser. It says a person who prunes, trains, and cultivates vines. So you're gonna have that in the kingdom. You're gonna have more than one person doing it. You know. But ye shall be named the priest of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Why are you going to be named the priest of the Lord? The priest has to know what? The law. Because we're going to have to teach the nations to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, same thing you read in Isaiah 60. And in their glory shall you boast yourselves. So you're going to be arrogant towards these heathen. Look what I built with the strength of my hands. Look at this big old gold palace with the carbuncle on the floor, with the amethyst for my ceilings. Look at what I built with my hands. Dang, Esau, I thought you was doing good. You're going to be talking shit to him. Jake loved talking. Jake talk a good one, even in their low state. Even though they be wicked, saying that to their own people. Oh, you broke. How much more for in the kingdom? We going to be saying to Esau, dang, E, you was supposed to have ruled the whole earth. You ain't balling like me. Look what I done built. Meanwhile, in reality, he done built the whole thing for you. But you're going to be proud towards him. Especially Esau. Oh, I can't wait. For your shame, what's our shame? The curses. Ye shall have double. And for confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. You're going to be happy as hell. And what is your portion going to be? The whole earth. Therefore, in their land, the land of Israel, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. Yeah. I can't wait. For I, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. And I will direct their work in truth. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them. That's the second covenant. We're going to be perfect. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them, here's the point, all that see them, that's these nations, shall acknowledge them, that's the Israelites. So all that, all is these nations that see them, that's the Israelites, shall acknowledge them, that's the Israelites, that they, the Israelites, are the seed, seed singular, which Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua hath blessed. You see? They ain't going to be calling you, no, look at these niggas. That's what they think when they see you walk into their stores. Look at these niggas right here. And then you look at Jay, and you get mad to some degree, but after a little while, you understand that, yeah, these are some niggas. Because you'll see how they act. They'll come into the store with their pants all the way by their kneecaps. They have the Shiva Jatas colored and, with the tips dyed blonde. They'll smell like weed. You'll be like, what the hell going on here? Or we ain't gonna talk about the woman. You'll see how they walk in the stores. But they ain't gonna be like that in the kingdom. They're gonna be regal, royal in the kingdom. They're gonna be on point. And the nations would take notice of that. Let's jump to Isaiah 60. Let's grab a few more verses. I hope this is comforting to the Lord's elect. It says, the multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All the flocks of Kedar, that's one of the sons of Ishmael, shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth, that's another son of Ishmael, so-called Arabs, shall minister unto thee, meaning serve. Actually, they're going to serve us. And man, Esau, he's proud as hell, but also Ishmael. Ishmael is extremely proud. They shall come up with acceptance, and imagine them serving you in the kingdom. They love calling you boss in their store. Oh, boss. No, we're going to be your bosses in the kingdom. They shall come up with acceptance unto mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. I want to hop down. and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls. Yeah, like we read about the walls in the book of Revelation. We ain't building that. These nations are building that for us. And their kings, that's these elites, these international bankers, shall minister unto thee. I mean, they're going to be your slaves, your servants. Just imagine having one of the Rothschilds as your literal footstool in the kingdom, or as your literal doormat. His whole job in the kingdom is to lay down with his stomach on the ground, with his legs and his arms outstretched. And before you enter into your palace, you wipe your feet off on him. And then you walk in. Anybody that walks in, they step on them and they wipe their feet off before they enter one of your palaces. You know? For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. That's what we're waiting for. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, says it again, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Wow. Man, that's beautiful. It says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, verse 15, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt suck the milk of the Gentiles. We're going to take their riches, and shalt suck the breasts of kings. Same thing. And thou shalt know that I, Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Wow. Ain't that something worth waiting on? You know? So, hey, that's something worth, wow, something to meditate on. One of the things I meditate on is the glory, of the kingdom of heaven, and just waking up one day, in the kingdom, out of my big old bed, have one of my wives there, that you can figure out what I'm talking about. Then I get up, and I put on my glorious robe, put my crown on, because Jake is gonna have crowns on in the kingdom. You're gonna be glorified, and then you just walk down from the steps of your bed, and then the floor is all water, and you use the spiritual power to walk on water, and it's all gold, everything, like Jake says. And you just open your bedroom doors, and you hear your many slaves say, "Good morning, Your Highness," and you just walk in and see the glory of your estate and all the splendidness of it, and you're thinking about all the hell that you caught in Babylon. You're like, wow. I get all this. I used to say that when I first came into the truth. Like, that's what we're going to be thinking in the kingdom. All this for me? I get all this? Oh, that too? You're going to have so many blessings in the kingdom, you ain't going to know where to put them. You turn to the left hand. Oh, another blessing? Oh, why are y'all about Shem Yoshai? Turn to the right, another one. Oh, damn. You're going to have enough room. Just imagine gifting off daughters to brothers. How do you wrap your head around that? You know how fine our daughters are going to be in the kingdom? And you gift her off to a brother? Like, wow. Especially the daughters of the elect. They're going to be, all Israel's going to be bad. And as much as we talk, about the so-called black woman, she's going to be the finest woman in the kingdom. She's going to be bad, And the apostles brought that out a few weeks ago. So, hey, think about that. So with that, I'm going to leave it there. All praise, honors, and glories be unto Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai, Baal Shem Rekakudash. Double honors to my elders and my apostles, every millstone, they're doing their well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, or elect 1/3. That being said, Shalom. Barak Akim. Shalom.